Aloha, namaste. Um, it really is. I say aloha and I say namaste, and um, the deeper your understanding of that, uh, the more you're going to receive um, from me and others that are um, promoting what we're promoting. And that's love, and that's connection, that's community. It's everything that's the opposite of division. So, compassion, uh, trust, and uh, you know, I want to actually have a lot to talk about today. I am going to keep it semi short and sweet. However, I want to do some announcements first. Uh, if you find yourself watching this and you like the content or you believe in our mission, which the end goal of our mission is peace on planet Earth. And I believe in the human race. I believe in my team. Uh, I believe that that is a real possibility. And uh, it's all about inspiring one person at a time, one person at a time, two people at a time, and letting it ripple however it ripples with no attachment, and just being the change within myself and within my own life that I want to see in the world. And I'm doing that to the best of my abilities, and every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better and better. And whittling away at things that come to my conscientious awareness, because the more aware I become, the more accountable I become, and the more I can whittle away at the things that I do want to change, and also the more I can accept myself for right where I'm at and love myself right where I'm at. And I encourage you to do the same. Wherever you're at right now is perfect for you right now. No matter what you're going through, if you're going through the hardest trials and challenges of your life right now, I guarantee you 10 years from now, 20 years from now, you'll look back at it and it'll be so perfect that you went through those struggles, trials, and challenges in your life. And every time you're experiencing huge trials or challenges, realize that it's giving you an opportunity to deepen your compassion, to deepen your understanding, because you know, it's really easy to look at somebody else's situation and judge them. But when you've been there and you've experienced something similar to whatever somebody's experiencing, then all of a sudden you have the capacity to be compassionate to their situation. And the more compassionate we can be, the more we can understand and relate to one another, and the deeper our connections can be. So that's an encouragement to anybody that's having a hard time. Um, just know that you're experiencing the perfect thing at the perfect moment, always. And that's sometimes easier heard and easier said than done. Um, but I want to give you encouragement, because everything that I've experienced in life, some of my hardest challenges have always ended up being the greatest teachers in my life, and of great, great value. So just wanted to throw that out there. Uh, Announcements for this week. We got Love Fest coming up on September 20th. If you don't know what Love Fest Day is and how we celebrate it as a church, I highly, highly recommend. And even if you do know what Love Fest Day is, I highly recommend, if you're interested in this organization, or if you're a part of this, or if you are a piece of this organization, you belong to this organization, or you feel like you resonate with this organization, I highly recommend going in and watching Equality week 1 and 2. The Temple of Equality. The first week is an introduction into an 8-week course, and that's going to go through various things that this church is based upon, that are at the core of who we are and what we're creating. So please educate yourself. It's a beautiful journey. It's a very insightful journey, and one that I feel like most people that are on a conscious path, that are bettering themselves and looking to be, uh, better and better and better human beings, and more compassionate, more loving, growing, evolving. Uh, Definitely check out Equality, week 1 and 2. Week 3 will be released on next Monday. So also tune in, keep your eye out for that. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, share, and especially if you share it with people that you feel like would be interested. Because if you really want to do something to impact the world in a positive way, I highly recommend getting involved with us, because we're doing some very magical, beautiful things. And Love Fest is one of them. And Love Fest was originally coined, to my knowledge, by Christopher Witecki, who is an astrologer that I have followed for years and years and years, and has provided me great amounts of deep insight into myself. And when it comes down to it, that this is all that matters, is where I'm holding myself and how I'm interacting with others, because everything's a choice. And I'm accountable for everything in my life. And accountability is something that really, 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 really put focus and attention on in this organization, because it really is everything. Um, and when you're accountable, then all of a sudden you're out of the story and you're out of the victim state. And stories create more stories, and victims create more victims, and it's just this cycle. But when we start taking accountability, when we start looking inside to what did we do? What did I do to create this? Because guess what? As soon as you start doing that, you realize that you are a creator. I realize that I am a creator. We are all creating at all moments in time, whether we're being conscious and aware of it or not. There isn't a single thing on planet Earth that was created by a human being that wasn't a thought first. There just isn't. Prove me wrong. Please. Actually, if you have an argument against that, please, I'd love to hear it. Anyway, you're powerful. You're powerful beyond your current imagination of how powerful you are. And that's true of every single human being on planet Earth. We're very powerful. And as we dive into equality, we're going to discover that more and more and more. And all of a sudden, when you're valuing yourself on that level, then you're also valuing other human beings on that level. And the word equality really starts taking on a whole new meaning. It doesn't mean that I'm as good of a basketball player as Michael Jordan. It doesn't mean that I can skateboard like Tony Hawk. We all have our talents. We all have our gifts. We all have our special, unique skills and blessings. And they're all of equal value. And they're all in service to one another. And when we're caught up in our smallness, when we're caught up in self-judgment or I'm not good enough, we're holding back the beautiful gifts that we have to share. And so I encourage you this week, if you find yourself in a situation where you want to share, you're inspired to share, and you have a habit of not sharing, go ahead and share. Let's see your beauty. Let's see your talents, your gifts. Give it? You know, it's a beautiful gift. You are a beautiful gift. So, I just wanted to say that because I feel like that's really important for somebody to hear right now. Um, so for Love Fest Day, which is September 20th, we are also having our a fundraiser in Salt Lake City for the Church of Flames. It's called Fueling the Flame. And for those that are unfamiliar with the church and you're seeing this for the first time, Flames, it's plural. It's actually an acronym for the Church of Fire, Love, Art, Music, Equality, and Sustainability. And these are all things that I personally am very passionate about. And these are all things that really have a profound effect on society, have a profound effect on culture and community, and can also inspire new thought processes, new ways of being, transformation, and perspective. And really, in order to create world peace, we really need to shift our perspective. And we need to be open to other people's perspectives. And so, anyway, if you would like to support what we're doing with the Church of Flames, and or you would like to know more, or you would like to just have an experience, please come to our fundraiser on September 20th. It's at the Salt Lake City Sanctuary, and we're going to be doing some live kirtans, which is a call and response, singing, really activating our vibration, the vibration that comes out of our mouths, and having a cacao ceremony, and a light dinner, and of course some fire. I am currently in Salt Lake. I will be spinning fire with some of my beautiful, talented friends at this event, and we very much look forward to seeing you. I will post in the description. I will put our PayPal link if you are unable to make it and you'd like to donate anyway, or if there's something that you would like to donate to our raffle, or if you'd just like to get involved. Please reach out, show up, come experience what it's like to be in a sacred space that is a safe container for people to be vulnerable, for people to experience something new, for people to experience community, for people to experience unconditional love and honor people where they're at. Yeah, please join us. It's going to be an incredible night, and I really look forward to seeing a lot of friends, making a lot of new friends, and sharing my gifts with you. So, yeah, really encourage everybody that is inspired to come. Please come. And please check in on every Monday for the next. There's an 8-week course that Erin Clavel has put together. She's the president of the Temple of Equality, and it really, if you want to know what this church is about, go through those 8 weeks. You'll have a much clearer understanding of what we are creating. So, and it all starts with us. You can't move forward without going through. You got to do your own work. And I'm not here to tell you what that work is. That's for you to figure out. But I will love you and support you, and I'm here for you. And so is my team. So, just an encouragement to get involved and join us. We're creating alternative affordable solutions to basic human needs all the way up the hierarchy of needs, because currently, the opposite of abundance is scarcity. And scarcity really is what is making this whole thing the me game. And it's time to shift, man. It really is. If you wanna shift the frequency of the planet, it starts one person at a time, and it starts by coming together with the common purpose of creating alternative solutions to basic human needs, because there is absolutely no reason for anybody on planet Earth to be without shelter, to be without clean drinking water. We are uh, look at the technology that exists right now. If we work together as a human race, and we put aside our differences, and we start accepting and listening to one another, and I can hear a bunch of people thinking that's too far out, man, and it really isn't. It really isn't. It's learning how to do things differently than we have for the past several thousand years, and that's all it is. Even if you shift one thing in your cycles, whatever your cycles may be, it has a dramatic impact on your life and everyone around you. So whittle away at those cycles if you find a cycle that isn't working or that you do continuously, whittle away at it. Take it higher. Um, so that's really well, one more announcement, and then I'll continue this, because I wanted to talk about uh, our fundraiser a little bit. We will be offering uh, fire baptisms into the Church of Flames sometime, either at that event, depending on time, or later on in the week. We have 9 slots available, and there's some videos if you look for them on what a fire baptism looks like. We actually do have 3 different choices as far as fire baptisms go, and they're based on what your current relationship with fire is and where your current boundaries with fire are, and it's your choice. All of the videos that you're going to find are people choosing all in, where just because so far nobody has chose the first or second option, everybody's chosen 3. But the first option is fire a lot further away from you, and what's important to us is that you feel safe and that you can just relax into the experience and be in a space of receptivity, relaxation, and feeling love. We don't want anybody out there feeling fear. So, you know, we offer different comfort levels to choose into. And so just be aware of that. Not no 2 baptisms look the same. It's very much there's only 3 people right now that are certified by the Church of Flames to do baptisms, and they're all. It's because we know that they're going to do so safely, and we know that whoever's underneath them is safe. And so, yeah, if you're interested in that, find me on Facebook, send me a private message, let me know that you would like to have one of those 9 slots, and we look forward to people that choose into that experience. And if you're not ready for that experience, that's okay. Once again, everything's choice, and it's all about honoring choices. So that is on our fundraisers on Love Fest Day. So come celebrate Love Fest Day with us and get baptized by fire if you'd like, but come sing with us. I don't know if you've ever experienced kirtans, but they're really wonderful, especially in a cacao ceremony, and collectively vibrating with one another consciously. So please come out, check out what we're doing. Once again, that's at the Salt Lake City Sanctuary. Thank you. Big shout out to Joshua Roberts for providing that space with us or for us and assisting us in promoting. Joshua is doing magnificent things himself, very much in alignment with everything that we're doing. And I'm just so grateful that so many people across the planet, so many different friends of mine, so many people that I'm not even aware of yet are doing very similar work. Uh, if you find yourself out there doing similar work, please reach out, because the more of us that start working together, the more powerful of a magnet we become. And it's really, you know, it's a lot more powerful to lead by example and by action and by embodiment versus words. And words are powerful, so be conscious of what you're speaking, what you're vibrating, what you're speaking into existence. And if you find yourself in a situation where you're really feeling like spewing some negative energy at somebody and some negative words at somebody, that is a really good indicator that you need to it's time to sit and be still and meditate and allow things to, because when you spew negative energy, it creates more negative energy, and that negative energy just keeps on bouncing off of things, and until it's absorbed and transformed. And it's usually absorbed and transformed into a different energy um, by somebody usually doing something different than they would normally do. Um, at least that's been my experience. And when that happens, it creates huge. Uh, it's almost like a wormhole of into different realities, where it has more effect than I think we are currently aware of. Because at the end of the day, we're all connected. We all have a mother. We all have a father, on some level. Rather not they were in our lives. That's a different story. But we still all have a mother and a father. There isn't a human being on planet Earth that doesn't have a mother and a father. Even a baby that was where it was created by donated sperm, right? There's still a father. It's passed down, and we are all connected. And when we start thinking that we're better than somebody or judging anybody outside of ourselves, we're just judging what's inside, whether we're aware of it or not. Um, so it's an opportunity for us to dive in deeper and deeper inside of ourselves and heal those things. So, yeah, come celebrate Love Fest with us at our fundraiser uh, in week 2 of Equality. It's all about Love Fest Day and different ways that we can celebrate it. And it's a conversation between me and Aaron, really talking about Love Fest Day. And it's a really beautiful conversation. So, highly recommend that. Uh, hey, Aaron, uh, will I be providing links? Will. Yes, I will. We'll go back in and edit it after the live video, and there will be links in the description to week 2 of Equality and week 1 of Equality. Like, don't skip the week. Go on this journey with us, please. It'll be very rewarding if you do. So, that being said, in the world right now, I see I'm seeing a lot of division happening, more so and more so. And I see lots of people upset and families being split apart, both physically and emotionally, spiritually. There's all kinds of division happening right now, and division is the opposite of connection and unity, and the opposite of community. And I know you've all heard divide and conquer, right? Well, if you're divided, you're already conquered. Up until you decide not to choose into the division. And, I don't know how many Pink Floyd fans are out there, but a really great song. It used to be my favorite Pink Floyd song. It was my favorite Pink Floyd song for like 3 or 4 years back when I was in high school. And that's On the Turning Away. No more turning away. And if you haven't ever heard that song, please visit it. If you've heard that song, revisit it. Um, Unless you're not a Pink Floyd fan and you don't want to do it, then don't. But uh, here's the reality. There's a lot of division going on, and it doesn't matter which big master religious figure you look at. None of them would support the division that's happening on any level. And I've spent all week really wanting to not get political with this church. There's several aspects of this church, and it's some of its leadership that would like to get political, and I haven't. And today I am inspired to get involved politically a little bit. And Aaron just should we remix it? On the Turning Away will always be one of the favorite 5. Yeah, I think that we should remix it. I think that's a really good idea. Because it's a fantastic song. And everybody on this planet is my brother and sister. And every person on this planet is your brother and sister, whether you realize it or not. And we're all connected on a very deep level. And I see our current administration, our current president, being very vocal about Christian faith. And I've seen him use the word religion, but only talking about Christianity. And I find that to be very odd. And I also find that to be very odd when a pope speaks out against a president. And, he's the president. And I support this country, and I love being in this country. I'm very grateful to be an American. And, but I don't think that there's been too many popes that have spoken up against a president, especially a president that's so using so much Christian, promoting Christianity so much. Why would a pope speak up against that? And I see a whole bunch of Christian people that are all about our current president. And there's so much going on in the world that I'm not going to pretend to know one way or the other. But what I do feel in my heart is that Do you think Jesus would support any of the actions that are happening right now? Just curious. Is that very Christ-like? Just posing the question. Do you think it's very Buddha-like? Very Krishna-like? Do you think it's very, do you think Muhammad could get behind it? Like, I'm all about all of these masters. Lao-Tzu, like, um, there's so many, uh, and they were all speaking the same thing, and they were speaking things that are in harmony with the things that I'm speaking currently. And do you know why? That's because it's the heart. Like, I don't. And my own personal opinion is that Jesus Christ probably would not be about ICE raids and the way that they're being handled right now. Uh, I don't think he'd be about that at all. And I think that at some point in time, he would speak up against it on some level. And I feel like the Pope felt that on some level. Our former Pope that died shortly after this, he felt it strong enough to write the president of, to address the issue to his bishops. And I think that that's saying something. So anyway, I'm I'm not picking one side or the other because that's participating in the division. And I'm not going to fight with my brothers and sisters on who's right and who's wrong. I'm not going to participate in that. But what I am going to say is, yo, check in with your heart. It's for you to check in, feel what's going on with your heart. What do you feel about it? And I honor wherever you are at. And there's a lot of yous out there. There's a lot of I's out there, right? And just check in with your heart, and then don't check in with your heart. Decide that you feel a certain way, and then go out and fight with your brothers and sisters about it, or your family, because that's participating in the division. Check in with your heart, and instead see in what ways you can inspire love and compassion and equality. So, yeah, enough on that. That's really check in with your heart. Sit with things. And the other thing that I wanted to talk about this week is following up from 2 weeks ago. We were talking about taking note of when we want to react, or when we want to blow up, or when we want to judge. Anytime that it takes that we're feeling something that we don't want to be feeling, like unless you want to be mad, unless you want to be, but just taking note. And this week I want to follow up by encouraging everybody to continue to take note when feelings come up and you want to judge somebody, or you want to react to somebody, and realize that you have the power in mind and the freedom in mind to consciously select any state instantaneously. So that means if I'm all of a sudden in a space of where I'm judging somebody, for instance, our president. Let's say I'm judging the president. Can I step into acceptance? Can I step into trust? Can I step into unconditional love? Absolutely, I can. And it's a choice. And the more we exercise that choice consciously, the easier and easier it becomes, and the more conscientious we become of our thoughts and of our choices, and the more in real time we are able to shift and choose something differently than what we have in the past. And that, my friends, is growth. That is expansion. And so, you know, I think that it's time for us on planet Earth as a human race to start lifting each other up instead of tearing each other down. It's time to grab your brother by the hand and give him a hug and let him know you love him, regardless of his political opinions or his race. And if you have hate in your heart, and you think that one race is better than the other, or you think that you're more worthy than another, I challenge you to sit with yourself and really check in with your heart about that. And I honor whatever your heart says. And if you don't know how to check in with your heart, sit for a little bit and just play around with it. Sit in silence for a moment. You know, meditation is actually a very, very, very powerful thing because it connects you with your higher self. It connects you with the universal mind, God, whatever you want to call it. Um, and all of a sudden, answers come, peace comes, bliss comes. And the more we exercise that, the better and better we get at it. So, let's see. I need a moderator from here on out on these. Uh, the master, I'm going to read some of Aaron's. All the masters, they are difficult and become. Yeah, masters are difficult to become. Integrity, value, and love. Beyond that, it's not defined. Authenticity is how that shows up. So, yeah, authenticity. Let's talk about that for a moment. Uh, you know, you are a special gift. And uh, your own personal, any judgments that you have against yourself, let them go. Let them go. And step into a different space. Love yourself through it. Forgive yourself. If you need to make amends with somebody, go make amends with somebody. If you need to change your actions, change your actions. But love yourself through it. Accept yourself through it. And let go of the judgment. Realize that you have the power to uh, select any state instantaneously and that your gifts are of great value. And a lot of times people put themselves, they choose into their smallness by thinking that their gifts aren't valuable. And I'm here to let you know that your gifts, whatever they are extremely valuable. And they're just as valuable as anybody else's gifts. And they're a gift. So if you're inspired to give, don't choose not to just because you're scared. Let go of the fear and share. Give that gift. Be authentic. Be who you are because what other people think about you is none of your business. What you think about you is 100% your business. And it's the only thing that you have control over. So just love yourself on deeper and deeper levels every day. I am loving myself on deeper levels, getting deeper and deeper on a daily basis. Um, so, also, just if you find yourself feeling like you need to choose a side, let it be the side of your heart, not a political stance. And choose to share from the side of your heart not a political stance. Because that's the greatest source of inspiration that we can have. And when you see something happening that you feel is unjust, stand up. But stand up from a space of love and compassion and integrity and power, not from a space of hate or anger or being right. And there's a real fine line there, and it's inside yourself. That line's inside of yourself. And the more we check in with ourselves of where am I coming from? The more aware I am of where I'm coming from. And if you are unaware of where you're coming from, start checking in. Check in once a day. Start once a day. Check in where you're coming from. And if you don't like where you're coming from, consciously choose to shift. And it's as easy as shifting where you're focusing your attention. If you shift where you're focusing your attention, you will automatically shift. So, and that being said, I do want to just really promote uh, biting your tongue, being still, especially when you want to react, right? And that doesn't mean that when it's time to stand up that you don't stand up. If your heart tells you to stand up, stand up. 100%. But stand up from a space of love. Don't stand up from a space of hate. And if you're going to stand up and you don't know which you're coming from, check in and see first. Sometimes, well, it's always more important to be clear within yourself before you take actions like that. So, yeah, I'm trying to read these Terry Cole Whitaker. I'm gonna get a moderator. I'm been all over the place traveling. I've been busy, but we'll get a moderator for these sometime soon. Probably not next week or the week after, but we'll work on that as an organization. That way we can read people's comments. Erin's always at church, rather 100%, and I really appreciate that. And she's kind of like an online person to respond to people, and I really appreciate that. Uh, the quote is from Terry Cold Whitaker. I didn't see a quote, but anyway, maybe I quoted something that I'm unaware that I quoted. Um, Either way, shout out to Terry Cold Whitaker, and to Erin for being here. Thank you. Uh, so join us. Yeah. Join us, because we're worth joining. Uh, the bottom line is we are doing something, and we are the ones that we've been waiting for, and it is up to us to uh, choose into our highest self at every moment in time, and together we can start having deep impact on the planet and deep impact on our communities, our families, because it's really there's been enough division, there's been enough hate, there's been enough judgment. The world, look out, watch the news. Don't watch the news, but if you want to check in where the world's at, watch the news. And then if you want to see the other side, watch a different news station. And then I highly recommend not watching it anymore, because it's about this. It's about this and connection And the only way we're going to do that is to start listening to one another. And it's very interesting when, as soon as politics or religion starts getting brought up, there's a lot of attachment to where people already currently are, because we're very attached to what we think we know. And the real truth is there's so much going on in so many different special interest groups, and so much money, and so many corporations, and so many different people with their own agendas that are all working together in this thing that we call government, that anybody that thinks that they know definitely does not know. And I don't have a clue. All I know is what's happening out there does not feel good in my heart. And so, what can I do to shift that today? Am I going to shift government's perspective, or am I going to change somebody from one party to another party? No, I'm probably not. And that's not where the impact's going to have the greatest impact either. But getting people to listen to their own hearts, that's going to make a difference. People giving themselves love and uh, feeling worthy, that's going to make an impact. Because there's a whole bunch of people that are feeling shame, fear, judgment, and pain out there. There's a whole bunch of people in pain. There's a whole bunch of people choosing small because they feel shame, and they probably feel, there's a whole bunch of people there that have childhood traumas that they feel shame about. All kinds of different choices and shames and guilts and blames. And it's time to shift out of that. It's time to really heal ourselves and love ourselves, because if we do that, well, then we're able to love each other on a deeper level, and we're able to be compassionate with one another. We're able to listen to one another instead of being attached to what we think we know, or attached to being right about being part of one side or the other. And the bottom line, if you're on one side or the other, you're participating in the division. So if you want to participate in the division, go ahead and participate in the division. I honor your choice. But if you want to participate in something deeper, then get involved with us. Find out more about us and how you can contribute, how you can share your authentic gifts, your authentic self with a community and with the world, because you are worthy. And the more people out there feeling worthy to be their raw, authentic self and to celebrate who they are, the less victims there are out there, the less people out there making judgments, and the less shame and blame and judgment that's being spread out the world. Because when you love yourself, you don't got time to do that. That's energy that you don't even, why go there? And that doesn't mean that people don't still get caught up in it, but at least you can be conscious and aware of the fact that, oh, I'm getting caught up in that. That's not where I want to vibrate. And then all of a sudden, that inspires people around you to vibrate on a different level. And, you know, forgiveness is a really powerful thing. And love is it's everything. And so, love yourself. Find out about Love Fest Day, and you can celebrate Love Fest Day the way that we celebrate it. You can celebrate it every day. Any moment you're feeling overwhelmed or feeling stressed or feeling not worthy, you can remind yourself, I am worthy, and I do love myself, and I am good enough. That's going to create change. That's going to create way more change than me telling you that you're wrong because you're a Republican or me telling you that you're wrong because you're a Democrat. Way more change. Tell your brothers and sisters that you love them. Show up. Show up in a loving way. And have a great week. My main topic this week. Uh, Elevate yourself in a loving way. Love yourself. I am worthy. Repeat those words. I am worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy. I am good enough. I I celebrate my raw, authentic self, and my gifts are of great value. Let that be your mantra for the week. I love you. Uh, Tune in. Just one more reminder: tune in on Monday for week 3 of Equality. And if you haven't watched weeks 1 and 2, please go on there and watch them. Well, I'll put the links in the description and the links to our PayPal just in case you want to donate to our cause and you're unable to attend our fundraiser. We are a global entity. We are an international entity, and we are growing on a daily basis, getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And we accept and celebrate uh, all belief systems, all people of all faiths, because it's really about coming together. Coming together. In fact, the word yuj. I just want to say this for a second. The word yuj is a Sanskrit word that yoga comes from, and it means to create union. And united. That's where I see the human race. That's where my vision is. That is where I am focusing my attention. So, yeah. Unite within and have a beautiful week. And when you see somebody that deserves a little bit of love, give it to them. See somebody that needs some compassion, give it to them. Uh, and shine bright. Shine bright. Because you are beautiful. And your raw authenticity is a gift. And I look forward to receiving your gifts. And I look forward to sharing mine. Blessings, everybody. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you next Wednesday at 3:33. So, until then, namaste.